starts now. Smash and grab robberies in the middle of the day.
That's pretty bad. It's very scary.
Who police have their eye on tonight. A first alert weather day. One last round of rain is moving in. You need to be prepared for a washout. Resources spread thin in our foster care system, leaving vulnerable children with no place to call home.
There are children that are sleeping in DSS offices, are sleeping in shelters of hotels.
How we can and should do more to help children in foster care. Also tonight, a busy day in the courtroom, the discussion around cell phone data and why it's so important in the murder trial of Alec Murdaugh. A T-Mobile data breach may have exposed 37 million accounts. We're asking a cybersecurity analyst what to do if your information was compromised. And they sat down to take a stand against segregation. We're on your side tonight with the changes the Greensboro 4 brought to the Carolinas. We do have a lot to get to tonight. Good evening and welcome to On Your Side Tonight. I'm Jamie Bull. Always great to have you here with us. Our Siobhan Bryan is also alongside. She is getting you caught up on all the big stories that you may have missed today. But we're going to start with meteorologist Rachel Coulter again. We've got changes in the forecast starting tonight. Some live pictures right now of conditions right now from Charlotte to Boone. It's been a little misty, damp, and cold today. At the bottom of your screen, that's the Futurecast radar. All that green is rain heading in this direction. Rachel, wondering, is it going to be a washout tomorrow?
It certainly will be, especially for the second half of the day. What I'm showing you, this is going to be your hour-by-hour rain chances tomorrow. Starting off strong with a good chance of rain for that early morning commute. Could catch a few breaks, especially during the middle of the day, but still scattered to numerous showers likely, and then coverage of that rainfall picks back up. Intensity picks back up at times as well. We have a 100% chance of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, and that's what we're going to notice over the next 24 hours. Temperatures will stay fairly steady. We're only going to be ranging from the low 40s to the upper 40s from the morning hours and into the afternoon hours. So moral of the story, it's going to be chilly out there. It is even as you step outside right now. But those rain chances will be climbing. Thus the first alert weather day. There's a look at those temperatures. It's 44 degrees right now in Charlotte, 43 in Concord, 41 degrees in Salisbury, and 44 degrees out towards Lenoir. And it's interesting because there's your high temperature today. There's your low temperature today. This was reached earlier this afternoon, and that 59 degrees was reached just before 7 o'clock this morning. So temperatures have been falling over the course of the day. Starting to see a few more showers on radar. Most of the area is dry for now, but these rain chances pick up overnight and into your Thursday. An updated look at that hour by hour coming up, Jamie.
All right, well, we'll see you in a few minutes. Rachel, thank you. Now to 7 at 7. Our Siobhan Bryan joins us with the 7 biggest stories of the day to get you caught up in some crazy video I know you're going to show us here.
Yeah, we're going to start with the smash and grab robbery in our area. A man caught breaking the display case at a local Kohl's store with a hammer, stealing jewelry. Look at this. WBTV's Ron Lee was in Matthews today talking with police about who they think this guy is.
Logan Guffey is still on the loose tonight as the manhunt for him continues. Matthews police tells me it was a brazen act and they want to lay hands on him as soon as possible. This is store surveillance video from when the crime happened last year. You can see the suspect breaking his way through the display case trying to get at the high-end merchandise as fast as he can. Police tell me he first walked into the store wearing a blonde wig and different clothes before switching up his look. Thanks to cameras which captured the suspect not only committing the act but then driving away, police were able to ID Guffey as the man they believe was behind the hammer. Gastonia police are also looking at the case because they say almost the exact same thing happened here just last week. A man armed with a hammer stole $80,000 worth of jewelry.
It definitely looks, very connected when you first look at it. Our detectives are, of course, talking to their detectives and trying to compare information.
Now, if you have any idea of where Guffey might be, you are asked to call detectives in either Gastonia or here in Matthews. For now, I'm Ron Lee, WBTV. On your side.
Ron, thank you. Meanwhile, the family of a Charlotte man wants to know how he ended up stabbed to death. Police say Jamal Moore was stabbed in East Nashville over the weekend. Moore's family says he was a motivational speaker, an author, and a minister. He also owned short-term rentals in Charlotte and in Nashville. He was checking on some of his properties in the Music City when he was reportedly killed, leaving his older sister heartbroken and confused.
The police told us when they killed Jamal, they threw his body out the car where he was killed at. And they took the car and they drove it further down. and they parked it there. For them to take his life like that, it break me down.
His sister says she has no idea who would want to kill her brother. Police in Nashville are still looking for his killer. Meanwhile, mourners packed inside a Memphis church today to mourn the life of Tyree Nichols. This just weeks after he was brutally beaten by police. Nichols' family wanted his funeral to be a celebration of the man they loved. Vice President Kamala Harris was among thousands of guests at today's funeral service.
This is a family that lost their son at the hands and the feet of people who had been charged with keeping them safe.
But beyond the funeral are the latest troubling revelations about the police officers charged in his death. Of the 5 former officers charged with Nichols' murder, 4 of them had previous job reprimands or suspensions. Right now, federal action on police reform has been stalled in Congress, but activists hope that Nichols' legacy will inspire lawmakers to move forward. Meanwhile, testimony in the Alec Murdaugh murder trial shifted to data from the family's cell phones. Video presented by the prosecution today appears to show Alec Murdaugh at the scene of the murders of his wife and son. Prosecutors argued the timestamp on the video shows that Alec was there just minutes before they were believed to have been shot. The defense argued he couldn't have been the killer because Maggie's and Alec's phones were not in the same place when Maggie's phone recorded its last moments. Alec's phone recorded steps at that time, but Maggie's did not. Back here at home, the city of Charlotte getting money to help cut down the number of crashes that involve pedestrians and cyclists. It's part of the Vision Zero initiative. It includes adding traffic signals and bike lanes and creating safer routes to schools. 80% of the projects are in neighborhoods where people might not have cars and may have to walk longer distances to get to a bus stop. Charlotte will be getting $4.4 million for this project. And former Carolina Panthers head coach Matt Rule says the team owes him money. He's even filed an arbitration suit. The suit claims the Panthers are refusing to pay Rule's severance compensation after he was fired. According to CBS Sports sources, the suit doesn't allege specifically how much money Rule is seeking, but contract terms indicate there's about $5 million in dispute. The Panthers declined to comment. All right, y'all, it's time to get in formation. Superstar Beyonce announces her upcoming Renaissance World Tour, and there's a stop here in Charlotte. Now, you can register to join a verified pre-sale on Ticketmaster right now, but that won't guarantee you a ticket. The tour stops at Bank of America Stadium Wednesday, August 9th. It's our only stop in the Carolinas. No official word on the release date for ticket sales, but we will keep you posted. Jamie, that's 7 of the biggest stories happening right now.
And that's a big one right there with that concert coming to town.
People are already going wild about that one.
And we're hoping it goes much better than
Taylor Swift, right?
We will see what happens. All right, Siobhan, thank you for that. New here at 7 o'clock. If your child goes to a Charlotte-Mecklenburg school, changes may be coming. CMS leadership is taking a deep dive into changing their programs and facilities, and that includes magnet classifications. That's a school's educational approach, which includes a gifted program, international baccalaureate, or learning immersion and talent development, or LITD. Parents are worried about what these changes could mean for their kids. Our Nikki Hauser was inside a meeting where a lot of these parents' concerns were being heard. Tell us more, Nikki.
Well, Jamie, when parents here at Erwin Academic Center, which is a middle school that prides itself on TD, a gifted program for all of their students, learned that there could be a proposal to change that classification, well, they didn't take too kindly to it. Now, initially, the district did propose to change this to an IB program, something they said could overcome geographical challenges and help continue a student's education into middle and high school. But in tonight's meeting, school leaders listened to parents, took IB off the table. They'll be keeping the LITD advanced program here in its place now, an alternative to have a gifted middle school in Dilworth to keep up those students' academic progression. Now, this is still up in the air, Jamie, and it would only affect students as early as the 2025-2026 school year. The parents at Erwin say they chose the school for its diversity and its accelerated program, and they don't want to see any changes to that.
Our TD program is one of the only TD programs in the city where you will see just as many black students proportionate to the size of the school as you will see white students, as South Asian students, as Hispanic students. We don't want to lose that.
Now, originally, there was supposed to be a vote on all of this in February. That's not the case anymore. They could be making a vote on this next year. But in the meantime, coming up at 11 o'clock, you can hear from teachers, from parents, even from students about how they feel about all this. Jamie?
A lot of people talking about it. I know. Nikki, we'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock. Thanks for the update. Coming up next here on Your Side Tonight. Children here in the Carolinas, part of a struggling foster care system, being turned away for care.
It's really sad how many times we have to say no because we don't have the foster parents.
It's tonight's cover story.
And we're already running above average for the year in terms of how much rain we've gotten, and another round's on the way. So First Alert Weather Day is in place on Thursday. Your hour-by-hour forecast next.